Hello everyone, this is Alvin and welcome to Northwest. And I'm in the Chinese Tier 8 light tank, the final light tank in the Chinese tree, WZ-132. And on our Northwest I always like to fight on the north. There's a bush in A3 I believe it is, where you can spot a cross. And so I'm moving there now. As you can see, most of our team decides to go south, but we do have a heavy and a TD following this way, so at least I want to come and see what I can spot from this position. And right in a second or two I'm going to drive into a rock, because why not? Maybe I was preoccupied with something else, I don't know, but this bush right here can provide you with spotting a cross. Sadly though, you need someone to shoot it, whatever is lit, and our Jack Tiger 88 and Carnarvon decides to hang back in the area that they are in now. And so all the potential spotting damage that I could have had basically doesn't happen. And as you can see, most of the fight is really going on down in the eastern southern part of the map, so there's not really much point for me and the 12T to be here, because we can't really well, we could take out the LTTB I guess, but there's not much point in pushing here. I'd rather just go back and see if I can join the fight on the other flank, and then let the Carnarvon and Jack Tiger 88 basically hold this flank. And as you can see, we have a Tier 9 Tortoise AFK still in the base. So I do believe I report him on the move here in a second for inactivity. But I'm not sure if it shows up on the replay. But yeah, I want to see if I can get my gun involved, and basically going down here is the best way to do that. So trying to figure out where to go at the moment. I see a T30 who's lit, and all he needs to do is move up a bit so I can get a shot, but I'm not sure if that actually hit. I do end up firing a lot of gold shells in this battle, APCR shells I should say. And I do make a pretty hefty loss. I fire a lot of shells actually where I shouldn't have been shooting them, but that's the way it goes sometimes. The penetration on the regular AP shells are actually quite decent, and it's not like I have to shoot at a mouse or anything, so I could have done without the APCR for a lot of the time, but there were certain points where I didn't want to trade, and like now I'm approaching this Löwe and I'm not sure what sort of angle I'm getting at him, so I decided to load up an APCR round. And the reason I don't like to fight down here, you can see I don't really have a good angle, and it was a poor shot. I should have aimed for his lower plate instead. The reason I don't want to fight down here is because if you see that 704, he has perfect shots down this lane, and so it's so easy for him to sit there and just pick off anything that's lit. That shot went wide and it was a wasted APCR round. 12T makes the Löwe turn his turret, so easy kill. And I mean, the 12T could have finished him on his own, I guess. But then again, I should have finished him earlier, so the Tortoise decides to join the fight finally, more or less halfway through the fight. Well, not in terms of time, but in terms of tanks. And straight away he gets himself into trouble with a LTTB, and I need to bail him out, because the LTTB gets his rear, he's basically toast. You'll see the object 704. I'm not sure if he actually was the one lighting me there, but he might have been. I do have camo on my crew, so I'm not sure if he should be able to, but maybe he was. So the LTTB has finally gotten around to the back of the tortoise, and so I arrived just in time to save him. And you'll see the problem with the LTTB is that it has 0 gun depression, and because he's driving up and down the house, he's elevating his gun all the time, and so he was only able to really scratch my turret. So I'm still at full HP and looking to move up on this 704. But a SU-152 appears, and he's actually sitting behind some trees, so there is a bit of concealment between my shot and his position, so I'm able to get 3 shells into him before someone else takes him out. And nice bit of extra damage there. I end up with a total of 3055 damage done, 22 shots fired, and you'll see that right there. I shouldn't have reloaded because I actually had the side shot on this object, but sadly I did, and now I don't really have a good angle on him, and I'm just basically wasting APCR rounds here, or wasting credits I should say. I don't really get any spotting from this game. Sadly, my initial plan didn't work out, where I thought I could go north and then spot whatever was coming across and get some spotting damage that way, seeing as the fight was really going on in the southeast. I decided to come down here, and right now I want to basically flank this 704 and see if I can take him out. Sadly though, our Löwe gets greedy. All he should have done was held his position, looked at the minimap and see what I was doing, but he drove in front of a big caliber alpha gun, so I guess he deserved to die. But what's worse is that our north has lost, and so the enemy 704, the other enemy 704 and their T-30 are basically free to roam wherever they want. And another APCR round I shouldn't have fired. I should have just fired a regular AP there. But I guess I like wasting credits apparently. So now it's a question of what are they actually gonna do. Are they going back to cap our base? We do have a 704 moving back in case that's the scenario, but then I get spotted up here, and question is where he is. He was moving obviously, because otherwise if he had been moving I would have spotted him as well, but the terrain right here is not really that great for me to circle him, and obviously with a drop right behind him where he's driving down now, I can't really follow him, plus his reload is almost back up and I am a one-shot to both their tanks now, so I can't really trade with him. And what I want to do is I want to try and see if I can escape, but at least now I know where he is. Sadly our tortoise is getting beaten by the T-30 down there, but I think the tortoise comes around to actually almost taking out the T-30 before our 704, which is back in base, gets involved in the fight again. And as you can see on the minimap, the 704 on our team made a huge jump, and that's because it is patch 9.4 now, and it's almost only just been released, and so XVM is definitely not working properly. Their T-30 takes out our tortoise, and our 704 moves up to take out their T-30, and then our 704 is taken out by their 704. So a lot of work to be done still for me, and seeing as I know it was the 704 taking out our 704, he must obviously have had a shot And question is now, what is he going to do? So I have to be very cautious here, trying to figure out where his position is. He's a red player or orange, whatever. So chances are he's going to be camping. And I guess if you are one against a scout tank, a light tank, you don't really want to get caught in the open, so you want to move cautiously. And biggest issue for me is I need to get to his rear, and then it should be GG. But first I need to find him again. And so trying to move very cautiously here, and I do end up finding him, and he's actually camping in the K1 area, very top of the map sort of thing. As you'll see right here, he's sitting up there, and I'm like, oh, what the fuck? And then get a quick shot into him. He decides to charge me, and once again, driving over because he drives into the building, driving over these buildings, it just elevates your gun, and he gets himself into trouble now. Sadly, I can't get all the way around him, and he does have more horsepower than me, so he's able to nudge me off basically. And what I need to do right here is try to get on his other side now, and then I should have taken a shot there right away, but I was not sure about my elevation. And right now he can't nudge me off, so I can get the final shot and the kill for my 5th kill for my ace tanker. As always, I will put the link to the replay on the World of Tanks forums in the description, so you can go and see the stats and also download the replay should you like it in better quality. Thanks for watching.